how do we generate books which have so many stories? So we start inviting and contacting people, you know, like, and then gather some their story who would like to contribute into this book. And then we have like 22, we gather 22 true experience around the world, because you are now in social media kind of era. So what's stopping you daripada contact orang-orang dari yang luar daripada Malaysia? Sebab kalau tak nak, tak apalah, sebab kita dah cuba kan. So kalau dia nak, and then we make like a model of how this going to work. Jadi there are like 22 true experience from this book, which basically come from own personal development. You know, the intention of writing tu untuk personal development pun ada, like giving all these advices based on their experience on what to do, not what to do, and then some business entrepreneurship, which basically consists about like 70% of the content in this book, because you know, people who are doing business are pretty much the one who experience, you know, nak bangkit balik, bangun daripada, you know, the failure and things like that. So that's why their experience tu lagi last longer compared to kita yang makan gaji lah, I would say. And there's also experience from research and also interest. This is where I think we have about like 3 or 4 co-authors, co-writers in this book that actually share about research and their interests. Okay, so 22 experiences from around the globe. So we have some nationalities in this book. So we have Malaysia, we have 9 of them. We have from Spain, America, Australia, Great Britain, France, Canada, Germany, and also Ireland. Okay, so, you know, after all this concept, strategy, and ideation, and so on, and methodology, how to come up with this book. So we have basically come up with this synopsis, whereby, let me read it out line by line. So what are their secrets? Do you often wonder what those things are that make certain people be successful? You may think, if I only knew what they were, I could be successful too, because you basically inspired by some people who has been successful, and you lagi inspired if you know that person having the same experience like you yang belum sukses lagi ni. So you know, you lagi macam rasa, okay, this is a role model that I need to follow. So in this book, you will hear about 22 inspiring people from around the world sharing their proven success secrets with you. It is like having 22 mentors coaching you directly. Mentor service is very expensive, so I would like to sort of like put whatever tips from this mentor in this book. Then, you know, it can reach out to so many people with just compilation of their tips and also advices. So they will generously reveal the strategy, key principle, success habits, and wisdom that they have learned in building success in their specialized field. You will be able to model and use the exact same secrets and create your own success in your life, career, and business. So these are real people with real results, because it is from the true experience. You know, this experience is basically, they're not perfect. People, you know, we are not perfect. So I love this kind of stories, because at least I know there are wins and low situation, perfect imperfection, and so on. So anyone with a dream and passion can apply the secrets thoughts in this book and create their own success too. All you have to do is follow in their footsteps. So 1 year from now, you'll be living a freedom-based lifestyle and earning a great income doing the things that you love, while giving your family the best possible future. So like I said, that 70% of this book talks about more business and entrepreneurship, in addition to some motivation as well. Okay, all right, okay. I owe a lot to my friend, Dr. Izdiha Jamil, for basically taking me on board into come up with this book, because she taught me how to strategize things, although our direction is different, because she basically a business consultant who lives in California. She's obviously Malaysian. And then here are the few things that I love in her chapters, whereby, this is some regular thoughts we have in mind every time we try to do something, but we are not yet successful. I don't think I'm good enough. I don't have enough skill and knowledge. I don't know what I'm doing. It is obvious, right? Especially that during when you try to do PhD, for example, because this is what her journey was. And then that you do research, and when you try to write up, you macam benda lah, you dah buat, it's difficult. So and then she said also, I don't think people are going to pay me that much, because PhD, siapa nak bayar you? Basically it's a job requirement, but you have to do it. You have to do it because you want to advance your career, or sometimes you want to get a better opportunity out there. And I'm not worthy of success and money. I'm such a loser. Yeah, these are all the negative thoughts that we have. So I owe a lot to Dr. Izdiha Jamil for basically taught me how to achieve something which is very minimum, but the impact is you reach wider audience. Okay, so another one is I only take few samples because we have 222 stories, so it's quite a lot to share today, but then a few snapshots from the book from Bio Au. He talked about the power of clarity. Who are you when nobody is looking? And then, he has this sort of like 10 steps to success. What do you want to be, do, or have? Just choose one thing to start with and get clear about it. Sometimes we are sort of like muddle up, isn't it? Macam tak clear benda lah nak buat ni. Tapi kalau macam kita sit down and then kita tulis balik satu-satu, dan kita akan tahu, okay, kita nak kena buat ni dulu, buat ni dulu, buat ni dulu. Because time is sort of like only 24 hours for everybody. Tapi workload, responsibilities are growing. So he said, find yourself an accountability partner. That is someone to hold you accountable for taking action on each step below, and determine the information you are going to need to move forward. So the other 7s, you might want to find it in the book. So another one from Michelle Mehta, her 3 success actions, create affirmation to help you increase your confidence. These are the sentences that begin with I am. An example, I am confident of doing what, basically. Because kita basically tak boleh move forward kalau kita tak confident on doing certain things. Because kita akan rasa macam, alamak, rasa tak yakinnya, tak, we don't know also, is this the right thing to do or not? Okay, because we are lack of confidence. So she said also, always be in a state of gratitude. I think hari-hari kita kena cakap macam, oh, kita bersyukur hari ni, at least we have done this, we have achieved this. So be grateful for everything you have in your life, personally and professionally. Practice meditation, sitting in silence, breathing in is your best friends. Yeah, I think for Muslim, perhaps we have our meditation time when kita solat tahajud. And kalau non-Muslim or even to everybody, sometimes it's nice to just sit or be in a very quiet area. If you like to be at the park or garden and you just like quietly sit at the one of the benches, and then kita macam fikir balik, so that's a good time for meditating as well. Okay, so this is from Nuala Ketera. She's basically from Hawaii. Her story is interesting because dia ni bekas US Army. Lepas tu, he was unfortunate to have this combat related injuries, but then you can imagine that macam cerita Tom Cruise kan ada dulu tu yang I think 4th of July ke macam tu, yang dia kena bomb after dia came back from Iraq ke mana. Lepas tu so patah kaki, tak ada kaki. So you imagine that it's not easy to basically get up again daripada when you know that you are limited in terms of movement and so on. So Nuala basically share her experience whereby how you overcome the obstacles. And like she said that every hardship you have experienced bring you to the opportunity to grow. You should cherish your suffering as much as you cherish what you enjoy, and they are why you are still here, you know. So and I like when she said that when she write about everyone you meet is a teacher. I really practice this and I found this very, very useful. Sebab during pandemic, you know that you have so many seminar yang orang macam share over the emails ke, invitation semua tu. And sometimes kalau ada masa kita boleh join, kalau tak ada masa nak buat macam mana kan, because we have to prioritize our main focus. Jadi, but then every time sebelum I join any seminar, because sometimes seminar tu ada juga yang boring, ada juga yang macam interesting. Tapi, but I don't take it saying that boring. I will not say that because they have put a lot of effort untuk produce that kind of seminar. Jadi, I always say to myself that, okay, Allah Tuhanku, minta lah apa yang aku dengar ni ada sesuatu memberi jawapan kepada permasalahan that I am actually experience. So because you know you need some ideas to solve things out sometimes. So kalau and you don't know where to contact, siapa nak contact juga. So when you attend this, you extend your networking, you get more more people that you know who are actually in the same area like you, that you can seek help. And so this is Gerald Birch. He's has been, a motivational speaker in his own capacity since the age of 15 years old, so very young. And then he shared about 4 keys to action towards discovering the value you need to see within you. Make a decision today to believe in yourself. Step out in the dreams that you have. Find a coach that can help push you towards that dream. Don't just discover your value and purpose, but commit to following it all the way through. I think that is true because sometimes kita macam, oh nak buat ni, tapi bila terlalu banyak sangat, macam mana kita nak implement? It is a bit difficult, isn't it? So kalau kita macam ada 1-2 objektif tu, dah cukup dah buat kita basically come out with quite an extensive journey to achieve this objective. And Jared also said that keep it simple to set yourself up for your success. So yeah, I truly believe this one. So this is from Brian Chamberlain. So Brian ni dia lost his life when he was young in a way that drugs, alcohol, and things like this. So he was like in obesity at the same time, not no direction, lost everything, just like gelap terus lah. And then I found that out of these 22 co-authors in this book or contributors in this book, I can say that 50% talk about losing weight. I have no idea, but I think for some reason it is true, because bila you lose weight, you keep your, in a good, more presentable appearance. You feel yourself macam, oh, I achieved something, and then you feel healthy, you rasa macam you can live longer. So because of this, Brian dia macam expert in that, jadi dia macam coach orang lain pula untuk sama-sama achieve in that direction lah. So he come out with, you know, some coaching on the on training, personal trainer, and also coaching or healthy living, you know, taking the right food, and then he has his own business in that particular area as well. Okay, so this is Julie Britton. So Julie, if I'm not mistaken, from Ireland, and then so Julie Mindful Action is basically, she said, you know, dia punya conclusion lah, out of what she has experienced. Sit and bring your awareness to your breath. Experience your in-breath at its fullness and out-breath of emptiness.